Let's get across to the Ranbaxy con call.
Sales during the quarter were 28.6 billion rupees. Sales excluding FTFs and AGs continued to grow over the corresponding quarter last year. The company continued to focus on branded business in the emerging markets as well as strengthen its presence in the U.S. market. EBITDA margins in the quarter were over 9%. EBITDA margin improvement continued during the quarter. Focus on performance of key products and measures to control costs continued during the quarter, and we will see a reflection of this in our financial performance. Absorica, the novel drug launched by Ranbaxy at the end of 2012, continues its strong growth with more than 17% market share in the U.S. Branded sales, including OTC, were 14.8 billion rupees, while generic sales, including API, were rupees 13.8 billion. Sales in the major markets, including USA, India, and East Europe, grew over the corresponding quarter. The overall sales growth was impacted by weaker performance in West Europe, Asia Pacific, and LATAM, and Africa and Middle East. Primary sales in India grew over the corresponding quarter in the first quarter post-implementation of the new pricing policy. Trade-related challenges settled during the quarter. East Europe sales grew by 7% on the back of good performance from Romania. Business performance in the USA was helped by a strong growth in Absorica sales. West Europe, on the other hand, was adversely affected by the difficult market conditions. The Tuanza development has already been covered. With regards to the consent decree related to Devas, Paonta Sahib, and Mohali facilities, the progress is as per plan. I assure you that we will do whatever is necessary to ensure that Ranbaxy emerges as an even stronger, trusted, and respected company as we go through the consent decree. For the year 2013, India sales grew by 5% to rupees 22.4 billion. In East Europe and CIS, Ranbaxy continues to witness growth and maintains leadership position in its represented markets of Romania and Russia. During the quarter, sales in the region were rupees 4.6 billion. Of this, Romania sales for the quarter were rupees 2 billion, a growth of 5% over the corresponding quarter previous year. Russia sales for the same period were rupees 1.5 billion. In the core business, Russia sales grew by 19% over the corresponding quarter previous year. Sales in West Europe were rupees 2.3 billion for the quarter. Sales in the region was lower. The company is focusing on improving its profitability in the region, even as macroeconomic indicators continue to be a challenge for the business environment in the region. We are exploring changes in the business models to address the financial and environmental challenges in the region. Coming to Asia Pacific and LATAM, the region had sales of 1.7 billion rupees for quarter for 2014. Sales in APAC, including Sri Lanka, was 1.1 billion rupees. LATAM was 564 million rupees. Quarterly sales are not like to like, as the current quarter is the first quarter with change in business model in Thailand, where Ranbaxy will now work with Daiichi Sankyo front-ending team. The quarter saw strong sales growth in Australia and Brazil. Sales in Japan and China were 101 million rupees for the quarter. Now I move on to Africa and Middle East. Sales for Africa and Middle East region for the quarter were 2.6 billion rupees, impacted by reduced quantities from tenders in the region. We will continue to invest in manufacturing facilities in the region as manufacturing is declared as our core strategy. In case of API and others, the sales stood at 1.4 billion rupees for the quarter.